For some reason, they just love putting Mini Racers of the King in multi-packs. And because of that, I've accumulated quite the collection of spares of the King. I've tried to repaint them into several different things, and honestly, at this point, I've kind of run out of different custom versions of the King to make. So a few months back, I decided that I would make my own custom Race Damaged the King. And then a few months later, they made this. Anyway, guys, welcome back to yet another review. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the King's Last Race Mini Racers 3-pack. One that made my unfinished custom completely obsolete, because we have an officially released Race Damaged Mini Racers the King. This guy looks amazing. Also included in the pack is Cars 1 McQueen, and unfortunately Cars 3 Chick Hicks. To this day, there's still not a Cars 1 Chick Mini. We really need that. This is the second pack that's been based off of the first movie, including versions of the three of them with a Cars 3 Chick Hicks. I'm pretty surprised, to see a Race Damage the King Mini. I mean, not really. If you were gonna make a variant of the King, this obviously would be the one you make. It is also a very important variant of him that I think has to be made. But his normal diecast has been pretty rare for years and hasn't been released since 2009. Then again, the same can be said about Mator. But yeah, I'm not that surprised to see him being made. Again, I think he's a very necessary variant of the King to get. I'm glad to get him. I'm more so surprised that the Damage the King diecast has not been released in so long. And I'm also surprised that he's just labeled as Damaged King. I thought this was pretty funny at first, like, oh, he's not even called Damaged the King. But it turns out the original Damaged the King diecast was actually just called Damaged King, not even the King. Not even Race Damaged the King. So this guy shares his exact name with the original release, which is kind of odd because the King is always labeled now as Strip Weathers, aka the King. I've always felt like that was kind of overkill and is way too long of a name. But yeah, he's just called Damaged King, which is interesting. But again, it matches up with the original diecast. We've also got Lightning and Chick, some other 3-packs with Miss Fritter, Fishtail, and Rusty's Racing Center McQueen, Clutchade, Tractor, Rusty's Cruise and Jackson, the Dirt Track, Radiator Springs McQueen, Rotor Turbowski and Sally, and Soapy Mater McQueen, Cars 2 McQueen that is, and Union Jack Ramone. I have these 2 packs, haven't reviewed them yet. I have reviewed this pack, and I'm still looking for this one. But now, let's get these guys out of the box, get the less interesting ones out of the way. I've reviewed so many minis of Chick Hicks and McQueen at this point. This should go by pretty quickly. We'll start off with Chick here. Of course, again, this is his Cars 3 variant, unfortunately. Sorry for the lighting here. Lighting's kind of weird currently. You can see Chick Hicks 86 there on the hood. All of his different stickers. You can make out Fiber Fuel, Little Turkey Pistons, all sorts of ones there. Leakless, I think I see Tank Coat over at the side. We have the RSN logo and the 86, because again, Cars 3 Chick. Really unfortunate that we don't have a Cars 1 Chick. 86 on the side. The Thunder stickers, nice touch there. Former and forever Piston Cup champion written at the bottom, though you can't really make it out. Sidewall Shine, Piston Cup sticker there still, which is weird because he no longer races for it. The RSN logo's back there. Please just give us a Cars 1 Chick Mini. Please, all you have to do is swap out the 86s, with the 86 and Chick Hicks on the front with the HGB logo. Replace the RSN logos. That's all you gotta do. It's just so weird to see a mini 3-pack with the Chick Hicks with RSN logos. Come on. Please. But yeah, Chick Hicks, of course, is and always will be a very impressive mini. But still, it's just very annoying. Was Chick part of the first wave of... No, he wasn't. Wait, yeah, he was. Duh, he's right there next to McQueen. Why didn't I see him? I had to move the figure out of the way here because I thought he was under Murray Clutchburn. No, he's right next to McQueen. How did I not see that? Sorry, action figure of Mobius from the Loki show, who's been hanging up on my wall for 4 months unopened because he's played by Owen Wilson, so I thought it would be funny to buy him and put him as part of the background of my reviews. Where were we? Right. Cars 1 McQueen here. You've seen him once. You've seen him 1,000 times. It's the Cars 1 McQueen Mini. Nice to have the correct McQueen in this pack. Rusty's logo on the hood. 95 sticker on top of the headlight sticker. Very nicely detailed wheels. Secondary sponsors there on the side. 95, Lightning McQueen logo. 95 up there. Rusty's on the back. Rusty is on the back. Rookie stripe on the back saying medicated bumper ointment. There's the other side. There's the base. And now that we got those guys out of the way, it's time for the main event. Damage the King. Okay, so this guy has a really interesting feel to him. The Damage the King 155 scale is matte, but this version of the King really isn't. He doesn't really feel like any other car I've ever owned. He feels grimy and kind of like greasy almost, but not in a gross way, just in like a, I don't know, it's not matte paint, but he feels quite a bit different. And look at this. This is a really good looking diecast. Absolutely love that expression there. I think it's a better expression than that of this version of him. This really looks like how the King looks when McQueen is pushing him to the finish line. Unfortunately, they didn't go out of their way to change the spoiler. When I was making my The King spoiler, I actually changed it. The King spoiler on the Mini is a lot softer than it is on the diecast where it's a hard plastic. Here it's a soft plastic and you can kind of shape it. So if you really wanted to, you could shape this guy's spoiler a bit to be a bit more accurate. Again, that's what I was doing with my custom. That's my only complaint about this Mini, is just the spoiler isn't properly damaged. But again, that is something you could easily fix. All these dirt speckles all over him. They're actually like textured, like I said. You know, and it just gives him this weird feeling. Maybe I think he is matte, actually. Just not as strong of a matte paint as on the original diecast. And the dirt parts being textured definitely makes him feel a bit strange. But yeah, I love that face. Look at all that dirt all over him. The dirt's a lot more defined than it is on the original diecast. Here it's a bit more subtle, and I'd probably say a bit more realistic. But still, it looks really nice here. Secondary sponsor stickers on the side. If we could focus on them. May have to cheat off with the King because I can't really make them out. Let's see. No stall, mood springs, Vitaline, piston couple, torquey pistons, gas sprint, retread, and easy idle. Should all be, yeah, they're all the same. That's nice. Lightyear tires there, of course. Bit different than on the original The King, which is interesting. But now the Minis have the details on their wheels painted on instead of molded in like the original King did. And, you know, this King is technically a separate mold because of all these parts sticking out on him, so I guess it makes sense that his wheels are different as well. We've got the 43s all over him, Dinoco on the back. We even have, I want to say, no, oh, I thought there was going to be a little dirt speckling on the spoiler. Unfortunately, there isn't. There is the other side, though. And there is a look at the base. Really, really nice diecast. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe he isn't a different mold. So his copyright is 2017, which is the same as the normal The King, right? Yeah. Interesting. But still, a really, really nice looking Mini. Definitely a highlight in the latest wave of mini packs, and a very necessary variant. I can only hope that we get more race damaged minis as time goes on. McQueen and Chick are definitely necessary to the pack. It's really annoying that it's still not the right Chick. But I definitely recommend buying this pack for this Mini of the King alone, especially if you don't have the 155 scale version. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye now. Wow. Loki, we gotta prune this timeline, Loki. Wow.